of Her Majesty Victoria.
Victoria!
The brightest age the world has ever seen.
It's no wonder that we're filled with such euphoria. Of hitting tribute for our treasured queen.
Her empire extends across the oceans, with Kenya, Malta, Hong Kong in her fold, enlightening them with artistry and culture.
As we export all their diamonds, oil, and gold.
Now hearth and home are central to contentment,
And family the source of every treasure.
brought to the world a brood of loving children.
And done it all without a trace of pleasure.
Victoria, euphoria, such a blissful sensation. We're heaven blessed, no doubt the best, full of pride, the rising tide, the guide for all nations. The industry of England is unrivaled, with work for all the able and the willing. The workers are the backbone of the nation.
Each week a child makes almost 7 shillings. We've left behind the decadence of Europe, who stood the call to vice and dissolution. Now men of England stand for right and virtue.
And seldom frequent haunts of prostitution. Victoria, euphoria, such a blissful sensation. We're heaven blessed, no doubt the best, full of pride, the rising tide, the guide for all nations.
There's simply no mystery when one brings our history, and we can make all of the good in what we have brought.
One often will wonder if we are under some magic spell that we might encounter in Camelot. Victoria, euphoria, Victoria, so glorious, Victoria, Victoria, such a blissful sensation. We're heaven blessed, the best, full of pride, the rising tide, the guide for all nations. Victoria. Lane! Lane! Did you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think it polite to listen, sir.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for that. I don't play accurately. Anybody could play accurately. But I play with wonderful expression.
Yes, sir.
Have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell?
Yes, sir.
By the way, Lane, I see from your book that on Thursday night, when Lord Shoreman and Mr. Worthing dined with me, 8 bottles of champagne were consumed.
Yes, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
I'm curious, why is it that in a bachelor's establishment, the servants invariably drink the champagne? It's a bit presumptuous of them, don't you think?
It is, sir, but I attribute it in your good taste in wine. I've often found that in married households, the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand.
It's not a very ringing endorsement for matrimony, is it?
Not at all, sir. I, for one, have a limited acquaintance with it. I've only been married the once, the consequence of a misunderstanding between myself and a young person.
Well, but I clearly have less experience with marriage than you do. I nonetheless have my doubts about it.
You have no idea, sir.
Really? Do tell.
In my opinion, sir, marriage is much like an ocean voyage. It begins with smiles and champagne, and it ends in exhaustion and dirty laundry.
You're making me feel more confirmed in my bachelorhood by the minute.
No, I've only just scratched the surface. It's the bedrock of civilization, the soil of man's vast family tree, while young love beats in anticipation. They wait at the gates of ennui. What worked so well in halcyon days of yore, what causes breasts to heave and hearts to soar, now leaves me frigid as some frozen shore, because marriage is truly a bore.
Well then, you have opened my eyes to perils I had yet to imagine. Might I expound?
Please do, sir.
One stolen kisses open passion's door. Hello, and from the fondling promise so much more. What was forbidden now feels like a chore. Oh yes, marriage is truly a bore. Oh, where's the fun when you finish the race?
What's to be done at the end of the chase?
All of the toys you've left behind.
All of the joys that you've declined,
All of the ploys that you've refined are lurking in the corners of your tortured mind. That sultry siren who you once adored, now sleeps in lake, ignores you, and what's more, sounds like her father when she starts to snore. Yes, marriage is truly a bore. I said marriage is truly a bore. I must thank you. Any misconceptions I might have had about the joys of matrimony have certainly been dashed. From now on, I shall avoid it as I do my creditors.
a sound strategy, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Lane, where did you put those cucumber
By your
sandwiches?
left elbow, sir.
Mr. Earnest Wilde.
My dear Earnest! Oh, I haven't seen you since Thursday! Put him up here! Look out!
Not the hair!
Where have you been?
In the country.
What on earth do you do there?
When one is in town, one amuses oneself. When one is in the country, one amuses other people. It is excessively boring. Oh, hello. Why all these cups and cucumber sandwiches? Who is coming to tea?
Merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
How perfectly delightful.
Yes, I thought you'd say so, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way that you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It's almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
I am in love with Gwendolyn. I've come up to town expressly to propose to her.
Oh. I thought you had come up for pleasure. I call that business.
Oh, how utterly unromantic you are.
Not at all! It is perfectly romantic to be in love, but there's nothing romantic in a definite proposal. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. And as Lane has just now explained, marriage has all the uncertainty as a trip to the guillotine.
With that kind of attitude, it's easy to see why the divorce courts were instituted.
There's no use speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven. Now, please! Do not touch the cucumber sandwiches. They were ordered specially for Aunt Augusta.
You've eaten two since I came through the door.
Well, that's quite a different matter. She is my aunt. Have some bread and butter, then. The bread and butter's for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is devoted to bread and butter.
Very good bread and butter, that is.
You needn't eat as if you were going to eat it all. You behave as if you were married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
Why on earth do you say that?
Firstly, girls never marry the men that they flirt with. Girls don't think it right.
That is nonsense.
Oh well, and in the second place, I don't give my consent.
Your consent.
My dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you must answer the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? Who is Cecily? I don't know anyone named Cecily.
Lane, bring the cigarette case Mr. Worthing left in the smoking room the last time he dined here.
Yes, sir.
Do you mean to say you've had my cigarette case all this time? I've been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it.
Oh, well then perhaps you should write them another. Now that I look at the inscription, I find that it isn't yours at all.
Well, of course it's mine. You've seen me with it 100 times. Give it here, Alice. It's very ungentlemanly to read a private cigarette case.
Ooh, yeah, and then I shall have to inquire that of the owner of this particular cigarette case, which was given to them by someone of the name of Cecily, whom you say you don't know.
Oh, all right. If you want to know, Cecily is my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, and a charming old lady she is too. You back me, Algy.
Why does she call herself Little Cecily if she is your aunt? From Little Cecily, with her fondest love.
My dear fellow, some aunts are tall. Some aunts are not tall. That is a matter that surely an aunt should be allowed to decide for herself.
Yes, but why does she call you her uncle? From Little Cecily, with her fondest love, to her dear uncle, Jack. Why would your Aunt Cecily call her own nephew her uncle? And besides, your name isn't Jack at all. It's Ernest.
It isn't Ernest. It's Jack.
You always told me it was Earnest. I've introduced you to everyone I know as Ernest. You're the most earnest-looking person I've ever known.
My name is Ernest in town, and Jack in the country. And the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
That still doesn't account for the fact that your small Aunt Cecily calls you her uncle. You'll get your cigarette case back when you kindly inform me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
Oh, very well. Old Mr. Thomas Cardew, who adopted me when I was a young boy, made me in his will guardian to his granddaughter, Miss Cecily Cardew. She addresses me as her uncle out of respect and near fatherly affection. She lives at my place in the country under the charge of her governess, Miss Prism.
This is all most fascinating, old boy, but you've yet to tell me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
When one is placed in the position of guardian, one has to adopt a very high moral tone, which is hardly conducive to one's happiness. In order to get up to town, I pretend to have a younger brother named Ernest, who gets into the most dreadful scrapes.
Brilliant! I knew it! You're a Bunburyist! You're almost as much of a Bunburyist as I am!
What on earth are you talking about?
My dear Ernest, or perhaps I should start calling you Jack now. You're not the only one with a convenient imaginary friend. Yours is called Ernest, and mine is called Bunbury. That's all raise a glass to Mr. Bunbury. A finer man has never walked the earth, though the fellow is a work of fiction. It's hard to underestimate his worth. True, he's not much fun in conversation. The reason being, he really isn't there. But oh, the devilish anticipation when one saunters out the door past the accusatory glares and goes Bunbury, Bunbury, forget your cares, live with the flair, do what you dare. Bunbury, Bunbury, the world awaits. Don't let convention make you hesitate.
playing the same game that I have all these years.
You invented Earnest to come up to town whenever you like, and I invented a permanent invalid called Bunbury to go down to the country whenever I choose. Why? If it wasn't for Bunbury's extraordinary bad health, I'd be going to a most tedious dinner engagement with Aunt Augusta instead of dining at Willie's with you.
I haven't asked you to dine with me tonight.
The pleasure's now yours, and you know whom to thank for it, don't you?
Let's all raise a glass to Mr. Bunbury.
A brilliant list of grave infirmities.
In spite of his imaginary suffering,
He clings to life with certain expertise. Bunbury, nobody knows what you propose. Some saucy bros. Bunbury, rules don't apply. So many vices yet to give a try. If I'm off to the music hall, dear Bunbury, he takes a fall. If I need to go out riding, then he needs a close surviving. And when Phyllis needs to take a trip, the footman comes down with the grip. And if I care to play some whist, he to stumbles, breaks his wrist. I need to meet her leprosy, then he succumbs to pleurisy. If Eunice longs to hug and kiss, he gets a bad case of bursitis. One day he may pass away. Until that happens, who can say? We'll ask our loved ones all to pray and do our best to grant his last request and go. Bunbury, it's like a dream. Oh, what a scheme! Oh, what a scream! Bunbury, with some finesse, the sword in truth no one will ever guess.
This has been most diverting. The truth is, my Bunburying days are soon to be over. If Gwendolen accepts me, I'm going to kill my poor, wayward brother this very afternoon.
That must be Aunt Augusta. Only relatives or creditors ever ring in that Wagnerian manner.
Do me a favor, will you, Alfred? Find some way to occupy your aunt for 10 minutes so I can propose to Gwendolen.
Certainly, old boy. That is, if you're prepared to throw your life away in such a dreadful fashion.
The problem, Alfie, is that you've never been caught up in a passion that consumes your every thought. When that day comes, I hope I'm there to take it all in.
Lady Bracknell. And Miss Fairfax.
Good afternoon, dear Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well.
I have been feeling very well, Aunt Augusta.
That is not the same thing at all. In fact, the two things rarely go together.
Dear me, Cousin Gwendolen, you are smart.
I am always smart, am I not, Mr. Worthing?
Oh, you're quite perfect, Miss Fairfax.
I hope I am not that. It would leave no room for developments. And I intend to develop in many directions. I'm sorry we're late, Algernon. I was obliged to call on Lady Harbury. I hadn't been there since her poor husband's death. Oh, I never saw a woman so altered. She looks quite 20 years younger. And now I will have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches that you promised me.
Certainly, Aunt Augusta.
Won't you come sit here, Gwendolen? Thanks, Mama. I'm quite comfortable where I am.
Good heavens! Lane! There are no cucumber sandwiches. I had them ordered specially.
There were no cucumbers in the market this morning, sir. I went down twice.
No cucumbers?
No, sir, not at all. Not even for ready money.
Thank you, sir. I am deeply distressed there being no cucumbers, Aunt Augusta, not even for ready money.
Oh, it really makes no matter, Algernon. I had some crumpets with Lady Harbury, who seems to me to be living entirely for pleasure now. I'm afraid it's all anyone will be talking about at dinner tonight. You will help me steer the conversation in a more appropriate direction, won't you, Algernon?
I'm afraid, Aunt Augusta, I shall have to give up the pleasure of dining with you tonight.
Oh, I hope not. It will put my table completely out. Your uncle will have to dine upstairs. Fortunately, he's accustomed to that.
It's a great disappointment to me, but I just received a telegram telling me that my poor friend Bunbury is ill again. They seem to think I should be with him.
Very strange. This Mr. Bunbury seems to suffer from curiously bad health.
Yes. Poor Bunbury is a dreadful invalid.
Well, I must say, Algernon, I think it is high time that Mr. Bunbury made up his mind whether he's going to live or to die. This shilly-shally with the question is absurd. I should be much obliged if you would ask Mr. Bunbury to be kind enough not to have a relapse on Saturday. I rely on you to arrange my music for me.
By all means, Aunt Augusta, I will speak with Bunbury. If he's still conscious. Why don't we go over the program I've drawn? Kindly come with me to the next room for a moment.
Thank you, Algernon. That is very thoughtful of you. I'm sure the program will be delightful after a few expurgations. French songs I cannot possibly allow. People think they are improper, and they either look shocked, which is vulgar, or laugh, which is worse. Gwendolen, you will accompany me.
Certainly, Mamma.
Charming day, isn't it, Miss Fairfax?
Pray, don't talk to me about the weather, Mr. Worthing. Whenever people talk to me about the weather, they mean something else. That invariably makes me quite nervous.
I do mean something else.
I thought so. In fact, I'm never wrong.
And if I may, I would like to take advantage of Lady Bracknell's temporary absence.
I'd certainly advise you to do so. Mamma has a way of coming back suddenly into a room I have often had to speak to her about.
Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I have adored you more than any girl I have ever met since I met you.
Oh, Mr. Worthing, your confession of admiration is most affecting. Please, go on.
What I mean to say is, oh, forgive me, Miss Fairfax, when I'm in your presence, words simply fail me. I am swept away when you step into the room. I get lost when I catch the scent of your perfume. When our eyes chance to meet, I confess I'm beguiled. All of time seems to stop when I see your smile. When we dance, I thrill at the first touch of your hand. Then within I burn with the fire you have fanned. As the world disappears, it could not be more clear. It's with you that I want to stay. I'm forever yours, my dear. I'm swept away. Oh, Miss Fairfax, I hope you don't find my sudden confession of affection too strange.
Oh, the stranger the better, Mr. Worthing.
I beg your pardon.
Please do go on. It is the secret wish of every young lady to have one's life suddenly turned upside down, like that of a heroine of a 3-volume novel.
Very well, then. Miss Fairfax, my devotion to you churns with the fury of a troubled sea.
Oh, Mr. Worthing.
I do hope you don't find my affection unwelcome.
On the contrary, Mr. Worthing, I'm eager to learn of them. Even before I met you, I was far from indifferent to you.
Then you love me too, Gwendolen.
Passionately. My ideal has always been to love someone with the name Earnest. There is something in the name that inspires absolute confidence. The moment Algernon first mentioned to me he had a friend called Earnest, I knew I was destined to love you.
You don't mean to say you couldn't love me if my name wasn't Ernest.
But it is Earnest. It is a divine name. It has a music of its own. It produces vibrations. When I heard your name, then my choice was all but made. With a man called Earnest, I'd never be afraid. His
must say, I think there are lots of much nicer names than Ernest. I think Jack, for instance, is a charming name.
Jack! No, there was very little music in the name Jack. It doesn't thrill in the slightest. The only really safe name is Earnest.
Gwendolyn, I must get christened at once. I mean, we must get married at once.
Married to Mr. Worthing?
Well, surely you know that I love you. You led me to believe that you were not absolutely indifferent to me.
I adore you, but you haven't proposed to me yet. Nothing has been said at all about marriage.
Well, may I propose to you now?
I think now would be an admirable opportunity. And to spare you any possible disappointment, Mr. Worthing, I think it fair to tell you beforehand that I am fully determined to accept you.
Gwendolyn!
Yes, Mr. Worthing, what have you got to say to me?
You know what I've got to say to you.
Yes, but you haven't said it yet.
Gwendolyn, will you marry me?
Of course I will, darling. When I hold your hand, when I look into your eyes, I am drawn to you with a power beyond surprise, Let the world disappear, it could not be more clear. It's with you that I want to stay. I'm forever yours, my love, I'm swept away. From this semi-recumbent posture. It is most indecorous. Mama, I must beg you to retire. Mr. Worthing is not quite finished yet. Finished what, may I ask? I am engaged to Mr. Worthing, Mama. Pardon me, but you are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged, I or your father will inform you of the fact. The engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise. Pleasant or unpleasant, as the case may be. It is hardly a matter she should be able to arrange for herself. And now I have some questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I am making these inquiries, you, Gwendolyn, will wait for me in the carriage. Mama? The carriage, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, the carriage! Oh, yes, Mama. You can take a seat, Mr. Worthing.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell. I prefer standing.
I feel bound to tell you that you are not down on my list of eligible young men. I share the same list with the dear Duchess of Bolton. However, I am quite ready to enter your name, should your answers be what a really affectionate mother requires. Do you smoke?
Well, yes, I must admit I do smoke.
I am glad to hear it. A man should always have an occupation of some kind. There are far too many idle men in London as it is. How old are you?
29.
A very good age to be married. I have always been of the opinion that a man who desires to be married should know either everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know. Nothing? Lady Bracknell?
I am pleased to hear it. I do not approve of anything that tampers with natural ignorance. Ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. You touch it, and the bloom is gone. What is your income?
Between 7,000 and 8,000 a year.
In land or in investments?
In investments. Chiefly.
That is satisfactory. Yes, quite satisfactory. Now, two minor matters. Are your parents living?
I have lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, might be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Who was your father? Evidently, he was a man of some wealth.
I'm afraid I really don't know. The fact is, Lady Bracknell, I have said that I've lost both my parents, but it would be nearer to the truth to say that my parents seem to have lost me. I was found.
Found?
Yes, Lady Bracknell. The late Mr. Thomas Cardew, an old gentleman of a very charitable and kindly disposition, found me and gave me the name of Worthing because he happened to have a first-class ticket for Worthing in his pocket at the time. Worthing is a place in Sussex. It is a seaside resort.
Yes, yes. Where did this charitable gentleman who had this first-class ticket to this seaside resort find you?
In a handbag.
A handbag?
Yes, Lady Bracknell, a somewhat large, black, leather handbag with handles to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
In what locality did this Mr. James or Thomas Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
In the cloakroom at Victoria Station. It was given to him in mistake for his own.
The cloakroom at Victoria Station?
Yes, the Brighton line.
The line is immaterial, Mr. Worthing. I confess I'm confounded by what you've propounded. Your genesis couldn't be stranger. It's extremely perturbing, no worse, disturbing, and gleams with an aura of danger. For your dubious history's an ominous mystery that might lead to fierce persecution. And indeed there are factions whose uncivil actions resemble the French Revolution. Mr. Worthing, you must understand that we live in the most earnest of times. There has scarce been a more perilous climb. Those of rank live by this strict paradigm. That we live in the most earnest of times. The age when people knew their places is well beyond its prime. It's a maxim that the gentry embrace in these most earnest of times.
May I ask then what you would advise me to do? I would do anything in the world to ensure Gwendolyn's happiness.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire some relations as soon as possible, and to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over.
I don't see how I could quite possibly do that. I can, however, produce the handbag at any moment. It is in my dressing room at home. I really think that should satisfy you, Lady Bracknell.
Me, sir? What has this to do with me? It is Gwendolyn's happiness that is at stake here! Just imagine the murmurs, the eyes of observers that gleam at the hint of a scandal. Just imagine my dreading to see Gwendolyn wedding the heir of a bag with a handle! Furthermore, I'm shocked, I'm perplexed, I am galled, I am vexed. I refuse, sir, to grant absolution. Surely think of the ague that ill that you'll do to Lord Bracknell's impaired constitution. For we live in the most earnest of times. There have scarce been a more perilous climb. Those of rank live by the strict paradigm. That we live in the most earnest of times. The age when people knew their places is well beyond its prime. It's a maxim that the gentry embrace in these most, surely most earnest of times.
Gwendolyn refused you. I think it is most ill-natured of her.
Gwendolyn is as right as a trivet. As far as she is concerned, we are engaged. Her mother is perfectly unbearable. I've never met such a gorgon. I don't really know what a gorgon is. I'm quite sure that Lady Bracknell is one. Oh, I beg your pardon, Algy. I shouldn't talk of your own aunt in that way before you.
My dear boy, I love hearing my relations abused. It is the only way I put up with them at all. By the way, did you tell Gwendolyn the truth about your being Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
My dear fellow, the truth is not the sort of thing one tells a nice, sweet, refined girl. What extraordinary ideas you have about the way to behave to a woman.
Oh yes, the only way to behave to a woman is to make love to her if she is pretty and to someone else if she is plain. Right.
Oh, that is nonsense.
What about your brother? What about the profligate, Earnest?
I shall get rid of him by the end of the week. I'll say he died in Paris of apoplexy. Lots of people die of apoplexy, don't they?
Yes, but it's hereditary. You had better much say a severe chill.
Very well then. A chill it is.
But what about poor Miss Cardew? Losing an uncle she never had the chance to meet.
She'll be all right. Cecily is not a silly romantic girl. In fact, she's quite sensible for someone so excessively pretty and only just 18.
I would much like to see Cecily.
I will take very good care that you never do.
Does Gwendolyn know that you have an excessively pretty ward who's only just 18?
One doesn't just blurt these things out to people. Cecily and Gwendolyn are certain to be extremely great friends. I'll bet you anything. Half an hour after they've met, they'll be calling each other sister.
Women only do that after they've called each other a lot of other things first.
Miss Fairfax.
What is... Algy, kindly turn your back. I have something very particular to say to Mr. Worthing.
Gwendolyn, really? I don't think I can allow this at all.
Algy, you typically adopt a strictly immoral attitude towards life. You can certainly do so now.
Darling.
Ernest, we may never be married. From the expression on Mamma's face, I fear we never shall. Whatever influence I had over Mamma, I lost at the age of 3. But although I may marry someone else, and marry often, there is nothing she could possibly do to alter my eternal devotion to you.
Dear Gwendolyn.
And the peculiar romantic story of your origin has only deepened my adoration. And your Christian name is an irresistible fascination. It is quite the perfect subject matter for a provocative and daring 3-volume novel. Quickly, your town address in Albany I have. What is your address in the country?
The Manor House, Wilde, Hertfordshire.
There is a good postal service, I suppose. It may be necessary to do something desperate. That, of course, will require serious consideration. I will communicate with you daily.
My own one.
How long do you remain in town?
Till Monday.
Good. Algy, you may turn round.
Thanks, I've turned around already.
You will let me see you to your carriage, my own darling.
Certainly.
I will see Miss Fairfax out.
Yes, sir.
A glass of sherry, Lane.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, Lane, I'm going Bunbury.
Yes, sir.
I should probably not be back until Monday, so you can put up all of my dress clothes, my smoking jacket, and all of the Bunbury suits.
Yes, sir.
I do hope tomorrow will be a fine day.
It never is, sir.
I beg to differ, Lane. Ah, yes. Tomorrow looks to be a fine day indeed. Bunbury, Bunbury, nobody knows what you'll propose. Some lovely prose.
Everyone should have a change of scenery now and then. It's so nice to break the old routinary on a scenery now and then. Nothing sweeter than an in-betweenery with a friend. When one's feeling cheeky, one might try some old cuisinery. For everyone should have a change of scenery now and then.
Ernest,
Yes, my darling.
I have the most profound sensation that people are looking at me.
Well, of course people are looking at you. You're quite simply the most beautiful creature they've ever seen. They can't help but stare.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean something much more intrusive. I feel like I'm positively on display. Don't you feel it?
Yes, I see what you mean. Algy, come here a moment, will you?
What is it, old boy?
Gwendolyn seems to feel as if people are looking at us. What do you have to say about that?
I say it's only to be expected. Those with position are always being looked at by those without. It is our duty to be gazed upon in adoration.
Excuse me, sir. The scene change is nearly complete.
Come along, my dear. It's much more tranquil in the country, you'll see.
I certainly hope so. This has been most disconcerting.
Everyone should have a change of scenery now and then. Life has much more zest with some careering. Come weekend, when one's in the city, one should sample some of scenery. For everyone should have a change of scenery now and then. Someone wise once said it, but I'm not sure where or when, that everyone should have a change of scenery. Scenery now and then.
Cecily! Watering up the flowers is rather the gardener's duty, not yours. Your German grammar is on the table. Pray open it to page 15.
German isn't at all a becoming language. I know I look quite plain after my German lesson.
Child, you know your guardian, Mr. Worthing, stressed studying your German before leaving for town.
Dear Uncle Jack is so very serious. Sometimes he is so serious that I think he cannot be quite well.
Cecily, I am surprised at you. Idle merriment would be out of place in this conversation. You must remember his constant anxiety about his wayward brother.
I wish Uncle Jack would allow his brother to come down here sometime. We might have a good influence over him.
I do not know what might improve the character of one so irretrievably weak and vacillating. You must put away your diary, Cecily. I really don't see why you should keep a diary at all.
I keep a diary in order to enter the wonderful secrets of my life. If I didn't write them down, I should probably forget all about them.
Wonderful secrets. What wonderful secrets might you be recording?
Why, all the wonderful things that ought to have happened in my life, but haven't.
Do be careful, Cecily. Thoughts hidden often lead to acts of folly. They're as manic as they are malicious, as seductive as they are seditious, so slanderous and so suspicious. Those wicked little secrets.
They're as daring as they are delicious, captivating as they are capricious, so fascinating, so fictitious. There's wicked little secrets. There's nothing so sweet as something concealed. Those daring features that remain unrevealed. There's no dispute, they're forbidden fruit. They're so fresh and so firm, so waiting there yet to be peeled. Wicked little secrets. Wicked little secrets. Wicked little secrets. Wicked little secrets. Again, Cecily,
not speak slightingly of the 3-volume novel. I wrote one myself in earlier days.
Did you really? Oh, how wonderful! What was it about?
It was a tragic tale of a young governess who's unwillingly caught up in an intrigue filled with mishap and scandal.
How positively delightful. How I wish my life were filled with mishap and scandal.
Oh, do be careful, my child. While they may be very exciting in fiction, reality is quite another matter.
Why, Miss Prism, you speak as if you witnessed them firsthand.
I know enough. Hold those secrets once so captivating. They turn out a nightmare awaiting. Once rumors begin circulating.
There's wicked little secrets,
Risky little secrets.
risky little secrets.
So beware. Now, to your German lesson.
Oh, Miss Prism, I simply can't think about German until I learn about your 3-volume novel. Was it ever published?
Alas, no. The manuscript was abandoned, lost, mislaid. How tragic. Look, I see Dr. Chasuble coming up through the garden. Dr. Chasuble! This is indeed a pleasure.
And how are we this morning? Oh, Miss Prism. You are, I trust, well?
Miss Prism has just been complaining of a slight headache. I think it will do her so much good to have a short stroll with you in the park, Dr. Chasuble.
Cecily, I've not mentioned anything about a headache.
No, dear Miss Prism, I know that, but I felt instinctively that you had a headache. Oh, indeed, I was thinking about that and not about my German lesson.
I hope, Cecily, you're not inattentive.
Oh, I am afraid I am.
I don't understand that. Were I fortunate enough to be Miss Prism's pupil, I would hang upon her lips. I spoke metaphorically. My metaphor was drawn from these.
I think, dear doctor, I will have a stroll with you. I find I have a headache after all.
Oh, with pleasure, Miss Prism, with pleasure. We might go as far as the schools and back.
That would be delightful. Cecily, after your German, you will read your political economy and geography in my absence.
Horrid political economy, horrid geography, and horrid German.
Mr. Ernest Worthing has just driven over from the station. He has brought his luggage with him.
Mr. Earnest Worthing? Uncle Jack's brother? Did you tell him Mr. Worthing was in town?
Yes, miss. I mentioned that you and Miss Prism were in the garden. He said he was anxious to speak with you. Privately.
Ask him to come here.
Yes, miss.
I have never met a really wicked person before. I feel rather frightened. I'm so afraid he will look just like everyone else. He does.
You're my little cousin Cecily. I'm sure.
You must be under some strange mistake. I am more than usually tall for my age. And you are Uncle Jack's brother, my wicked cousin Ernest.
Oh, I'm not really wicked at all, Cousin Cecily. You mustn't think that I am.
If you are not, then you have deceived us most deplorably. I hope you have not been leading a double life pretending to be wicked and being good all the time.
Oh, well, I have been rather reckless.
I'm so glad to hear it.
In fact, now that you mention it, I have been very bad. In my own small way.
I don't think you should be so proud of that. Though I'm sure it must have been very pleasant.
Perhaps you might make it your mission to reform me?
I'm afraid I've no time this afternoon.
Oh. Well, then perhaps I should begin reforming myself after
lunch.
Oh, how thoughtless of me! When one is going to alter their life entirely, one requires regular, wholesome meals. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Might I have a buttonhole first? I never have an appetite unless I have a buttonhole first.
A Mary Chenille?
I prefer pink rose.
Why?
Because you're a pink rose, Cousin Cecily.
I don't think it can be quite right for you to talk to me like that. Miss Prism never says such things to me.
I should hope not. You are the prettiest girl I ever saw.
Miss Prism says that all good looks are a snare.
They are a snare that any sensible man would like to be caught in.
You are too much alone, dear Dr. Chasuble. You should get married. A misanthrope I can understand. A womenthrope, never.
Such a clever turn of phrase, Miss Prism, and a sentiment I agree with.
Furthermore, a single man converts himself to a permanent public temptation. His very celibacy leads weaker vessels astray.
But is a man not equally attractive when married?
No married man is ever attractive, except to his wife.
And often I've been told not even to her.
That depends on the perspicacity of the woman. Maturity can be depended on. Ripeness can be trusted. Young women are green. I spoke horticulturally. My metaphor was drawn from fruits.
Oh, Mr. Worthing.
This is indeed a surprise. We did not look for you till Monday afternoon.
I am sadly returned. Sooner than I expected.
Dear Mr. Worthing, I trust this garb of woe does not betoken some calamity?
My brother!
Still leading his life of excess.
I'm afraid his fate is far worse than that.
You don't mean?
I do. Indeed. Such a tragedy. Such a terrible waste of potential. But with such a life. Such a bitter end was eventual. Though destiny seemed destined for years, I somehow must hold back all my tears. It's so hard to find words for my dread when I learned that poor Earnest, poor Earnest was dead. Dead and gone, dead and gone, as if some part of me had died.
How very sad. Were you with him at the end?
He died abroad. In Paris, in fact. I had a telegram last night from the manager of the Grand Hotel. Though he lived a life of pleasure, I fear,
And doing so hurt those whom he called dear.
'Tis better his fault remain here unsaid, 'cause now it's confirmed that poor Earnest is dead.
dead and gone, dead and gone, kicked down by a deathless chill. Dead and gone, dead and No. Apparently he expressed a desire to be buried in Paris.
Well, I'm sure our brethren on the continent will perform his solemnities with distinction.
Yes! Speaking of solemnities, Dr. Chasuble, I suppose you know how to christen, don't you?
Of course. But is there some particular infant whom you are interested in, Mr. Worthing?
It is not for any child, dear doctor. The fact is, I would like to be christened myself.
But surely, Mr. Worthing, you have been christened already.
I don't remember a thing about it. Do you suppose you could have a go at it? Am I too old now?
Oh, not at all, not at all. When would you wish the ceremony performed?
I might trot round about 5 if that would suit you.
Ah, perfectly, perfectly.
Uncle Jack! Oh, I am pleased to see you back. But what horrid clothes you have got on. Do go and change them. Cecily! What is the matter, Uncle Jack? You look as if you had toothache. And I've got such a surprise for you. Who do you think is in the dining room? Your brother!
Who?
Your brother, Earnest! He arrived about half an hour ago.
What nonsense, I haven't got a brother.
Oh, don't say that. However badly he may have behaved, he is still your brother. I will tell him to come out here. And you will shake hands with him, won't you, Uncle Jack?
These are joyful tidings indeed.
After being resigned to his loss, his sudden return is peculiarly distressing.
Good heavens! Brother Jack! I have come up from town to tell you how sorry I am for all the trouble I have caused you, and that I intend to lead a better life in the future.
Uncle Jack! You are not going to refuse your own brother's hand.
Nothing will induce me to take his hand. His coming down here is disgraceful, and he knows perfectly well why.
Uncle Jack, do be nice. There is some good in everyone. Ernest was just telling me about his poor invalid friend, Mr. Bunbury.
Bunbury? I will not have him talking to you about Bunbury or anything else. You are to leave here at once. What?
Uncle Jack, if you do not shake hands with Ernest, I will never forgive you.
Never forgive me.
Never. Never. Never.
This is the last time I shall ever do it. Your Christian charity overwhelms me, my very oily dear brother Jack.
Oh, it's pleasant, is it not, to see so perfect a reconciliation? Oh, I think we might leave the two brothers together.
Indeed. Cecily, you will come with us.
Good day.
Bye-bye now. You young scoundrel, Algie! I demand you leave here at once!
I've placed Mr. Worthing's luggage in the room next to yours. I suppose that is all right.
His luggage?
Yes, sir. 3 portmanteaus, a dressing case, 2 hat boxes, 2 satchels, and an unusually unwieldy luncheon basket.
Merriman, order the dog cart at once. Mr. Earnest has been suddenly called back to town.
Back to town, sir?
Yes! Pack up his things! At once!
Yes, sir.
Sir, this is your life in the country. I have to say, Cecily is a darling.
Oh, you are not to talk of Miss Cardew like that! You will catch the 4-5 back to London. This particular bun-burying will not be a success.
Oh, I'm afraid, dear Jack, it has already been a success! I am in love with Cecily.
I merely came back to watch the roses. I thought you were with Uncle Jack.
Jack has gone to order the dog cart for me. He's going to send me away.
Away? Then have we got to part?
Yes, it's the most painful parting.
Indeed. It is as heart-wrenching enough to be an episode in a 3-volume novel.
Cecily, I hope I don't offend you if I state, quite frankly, that you are the visible personification of absolute perfection. No, that's stupid.
I think your frankness does you great credit, Ernest. If you will allow me, I will copy your remarks into my diary.
Do you really keep a diary?
Of course, but it is simply a very young girl's own thoughts and impressions, and consequently meant for publication.
Cecily, ever since I looked upon you, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, and... You will marry me, won't you?
You silly boy, of course! We've been engaged for the last 3 months.
For the last 3 months?
Yes, it will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
Oh. But Cecily, how did we become engaged?
It's all here in my diary. You see page 32 when Uncle Jack informed us he had a brother who was very wicked. You, of course, became our chief topic of conversation. I dare say it was foolish of me, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Darling! And when was the engagement actually settled?
On the 14th of February last. I gave you my hand right here under this dear old tree. It's all here on page 37.
Yes.
But I must say, your proposal today is ever so much more fulfilling. It's so nice to finally meet you, my definite darling fiancé. After everything that I've written, those moments you stole my heart away. You thrilled me with your charming introduction. My heart skipped a beat at your witty repartee. It's so nice to finally meet, finally prettily, formally welcome my fiancé.
My dear Cecily, it doesn't sound as if there isn't anything at all that I couldn't read in this book.
Oh, we've just scratched the surface. Ernest, my darling! It's so nice it must be called you, my beautiful brooding fiancé. After all the secrets I told you, now love is a tortured game we play. 'Twas born when you first saw me in the moonlight. Romance took its course and it caught us in its sway. It's so nice to finally meet the love of repentant by not to let me astray.
What?
Though you may be slightly shorter than I described it on the page. It's a compromise I can live with. Now the fiction has come to life and we can let all our passions rage. It's so nice to finally face you, my wayward and wondrous fiancé. I can hardly wait to embrace you, as I do in my mind's eye every day. My breast quivers with raw anticipation. I tremble to think of our coming ecstasy. It's so nice to finally see you actually physically standing in front of me. Now you're actually physically standing right here with me.
My dear Cecily, I am quite overwhelmed by the depth of our attachment.
How could I not be attached to someone so deliciously wicked?
Well,
Besides, it was inevitable when I first learned your name.
my name? What about my name?
You mustn't laugh at me, darling. But it had always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name was Earnest. There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute confidence.
But you don't mean to say that you could not love me if I had some other name?
But what name?
Any name you'd like. Algernon, for instance.
Oh, I don't like the name of that. Algernon.
can see why you should object to the name of Algernon. It's rather aristocratic. Half the chaps in the bankruptcy courts are called Algernon.
I might admire your character, Ernest, but I fear I should not be able to give you my undivided attention.
But Cecily, your rector here, I suppose, is thoroughly experienced in all the ceremonials of the church?
Oh yes, Dr. Charles Wilde is most learned. He has never written a single book, so you can imagine how much he knows.
I must see him at once about a most important christening. I mean business. I shan't be waiting more than half an hour.
What an impetuous boy he is! I like his hair so much too.
Miss Fairfax has just called to speak with Mr. Worthing on very important business, she states.
Isn't Uncle Jack in his library?
Mr. Worthing went over in the direction of the rectory some time ago.
Pray, ask the lady to come out here. Mr. Worthing is sure to be back soon. And you can bring tea?
Yes, yes.
Miss Fairfax. She must be one of the many elderly women that are associated with Uncle Jack's philanthropic efforts in London. I don't quite like elderly women who are interested in philanthropic work. It's so forward of them.
Miss Fairfax.
Oh! Pray, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew. What a very sweet name. Something tells me we are going to be great friends. My first impressions of people are never wrong.
How very nice for you to like me so much after such a comparatively short time.
Cecily, I'm suddenly feeling quite short-sighted. Do you mind my looking at you through my glasses?
Oh, not at all, Gwendolyn. I am very fond of being looked at.
Oh. You are here on a short visit, I suppose?
Oh, no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, or some other female relative of advanced years resides here also?
Oh, no, I have no mother, nor in fact any relations. My dear guardian has the arduous task of looking after me.
Your guardian?
Yes, I am Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh, it's strange he never mentioned you to me. A secret ward? How exotic. How very much like a 3-volume novel. He grows more interesting hourly. I'm not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of unmixed delight. I am very fond of you, Cecily. I've liked you ever since I met you. But now that I know that you are Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help expressing a wish you were, well, fully 42 and more than usually plain. Ernest is the very soul of truth and honor, but even men of the noblest character are susceptible to the physical charms of others.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolyn. Did you say Ernest?
Yes?
But it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is my guardian. It is his elder brother, Jack.
Ernest never mentioned to me he had a brother.
Oh, I'm sorry to say they have not been on good terms for a long time.
Pray sit down. That accounts for it. Cecily, you have lifted a load from my mind. It would have been terrible if any cloud had come across a friendship like ours, would it not? Of course, you are quite sure it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your guardian?
Quite sure. In fact, I am going to be his.
I beg your pardon?
My dearest Gwendolyn, there is no reason why I should make a secret of it to you. Our little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact next week. Mr. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
I'm afraid there must be some slight error, Miss Cardew. For you see, I am engaged to Mr. Ernest Worthing. The announcement will appear in the Morning Post on Saturday at the latest.
I'm afraid you must be under some misconception. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It is certainly very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you would care to verify the incident, pray do so. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. I'm so sorry, dear Cecily, but I'm afraid I have the prior claim.
While I have no wish to distress you, dear Gwendolyn, I feel bound to point out that since Ernest proposed to you, he clearly has changed his mind.
If the poor fellow has been entrapped into some foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once.
Do you suggest, Miss Fairfax, that I entrapped Ernest into an engagement? How dare you! This is no time for the shallow mosque of manners. I see what you are about, and I don't mind telling you I know a hawk from a handsaw, Miss Fairfax.
I am glad to say, Miss Cardew, I have never seen a handsaw. It is obvious our social spheres have been widely different.
Shall I lay the tea here, as usual, Miss?
As usual, yes, Merriman, with the elegance and decorum that is the custom here. May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Your kindness is nothing short of bounteous.
Was there ever a more enchanting way for new friends to commune than for all to sit and take some tea? 'Tis the crown of the afternoon. Sugar?
Oh, no, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
Miss Fairfax, I must say it is indeed a pleasure to converse with someone of your age and stature. It's so nice to have tea with our friend. There's no joyful than our truth be told, to explore the horizons of living, or to comfort the feeble and old.
I couldn't agree more, my dear Miss Cardew. You allow me to view the world with a whole new perspective. It's so nice to have tea with a friend. Was there ever a time more worthwhile to discuss Bronte, Hardy, or Dickens, or view life through the eyes of a child?
Cake or bread and butter?
Oh, bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen at the best houses nowadays.
Here you are, Miss Fairfax.
May I say, Miss Cardew, your cake is just what I should have expected from someone in your circumstance.
Indeed, and you couldn't have been more deserving.
It's so nice to have tea with a friend, to partake in convivial cheer. We review all society's doings and see what was in fashion last year.
It's so nice to have tea with our friend, with her homemade tassel far away. As she glows with its worldly refinement, one can scarce sense the dirt and decay.
You duplicity.
Indeed, Miss Fairfax, and it pales in the face of the duplicitous agenda you pursue concerning my fiancé.
My dear Earnest shall be freed from your claws. My dear Earnest shall be pried from your jaws.
He shall see through your tawdry disguise very soon when the truth will arise.
Gwendolyn? When did you arrive?
Your demise.
Ernest, my own Ernest.
Dear
A
Gwendolyn.
moment. May I ask if you are engaged to be married to this young lady?
Dear little Cecily. Why, of course not. Who could have put such an idea in your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Miss Fairfax. The gentleman whose arm is at present round your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Worthing.
I beg your pardon?
This is Uncle Jack.
Jack!
Here is Ernest.
My own love!
A moment, Ernest. May I ask you, are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
To what, young lady? Yeah, good heavens, Gwendolyn!
Yes, to good heavens, Gwendolyn.
No, of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I thought there must be some slight error, Miss Cardew. The gentleman who is now embracing you is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief.
Algernon Moncrief!
Oh!
Are you really called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Oh.
Is your name really Jack?
I could deny it. Yes. My name is most certainly Jack. It has been Jack for years.
Oh. A gross deception has been practiced on both of us.
My poor wounded Cecily!
My sweet wronged Gwendolyn.
Oh, you will call me sister, will you not?
There is just one question I would like to be allowed to ask my guardian.
An admirable idea. Mr. Worthing, there is just one question I should like to be permitted to put to you. Where is your brother Ernest? We are both engaged to be married to your brother Ernest, so it is a matter of some importance to us to know where your brother Ernest is at present.
Gwendolyn. Cecily. It is very painful for me to have to be forced to speak the truth. It is the first time in my life that I have been reduced to such a painful position. However, I will tell you quite frankly that I have no brother Ernest. I've never had a brother in my life, and I certainly have no intention of ever having one in the future.
No brother at all?
None.
Had you never a brother of any kind?
Never. Not of any kind.
I'm afraid it is quite clear, Cecily, that neither of us is engaged to be married to anyone.
It is not a very pleasant position for a young girl to suddenly find herself in, is it?
Come now, Gwendolyn. Certainly we can settle this reasonably.
I'm afraid, Mr. Worthing, that you underestimate the depth of our despondency. No, Mr. Worthing, we are not engaged.
No, Mr. Moncrief, we are not engaged.
I'm despondent.
I'm dejected.
I'm decidedly distraught. I'm enraged.
This doesn't sound good, Algie.
I fear, Jack, you're about to witness a side to my dear cousin that you have never seen before.
All alone.
All alone.
We are so all alone, so distressed, so bereft, so downhearted. All alone, we are so all alone, like a ship lost in seas yet uncharted. Never was sorrow more searing, to be crushed by such force but unhearing. All alone, we are so all alone, down a bleak, empty road we've departed.
Gwendolyn, at least allow us a chance to explain.
I will thank you, Mr. Worthing, to trifle with my feelings no longer.
Come, my dear Gwendolyn, please please listen to reason. Oh, my love, Cecily, I'm down on my knees, and if you were a poppy, a daisy, or lily, you'd still be the flower I chose. But Shakespeare, who once said it best, a rose is a rose is a rose.
Do you mean to intimate, Mr. Moncrief, that you find me generic?
It's as shocking as it is heartless.
All alone, we are so all alone. Was there ever an act so atrocious? All alone, we are so all alone. Who knew love could become so ferocious?
I'm quite at a loss at this strange albatross should stand in the way of our plans. If we can dispense with all this nonsense, we may soon be posting the best.
All alone,
My darling, stick on
so distressed.
and listen to reason.
All alone,
How can you tell my love I'm down on my knees, and if you were a poppy, a daisy, or lily,
to be crushed by such blows, what the cheer is.
what a Shakespeare who once said it best, a rose is a rose is a
Heartache, as we suffer through heartache and pain.
as we struggle to make ourselves plain. I suspect that we all may remain all alone.
We review all society's doings and see what was in fashion last year.
It's so nice to have tea with your friend. With her helping Tempster on the way. And she glows with its worldly refinement. One can scarce sense the dirt and decay.
You refilled my tea with lots of sugar, and though I asked most distinctly for bread and butter, you have given me cake. Such an act of incivility is unheard of in polite society.
Indeed, Miss Fairfax, and it pales in the face of the duplicitous agenda you pursue concerning my fiancé. My dear Earnest shall be freed from your claws.
My dear Earnest shall be dried from your jaws.
He shall see through your tawdry disguise very soon when the truth will arise.
Gwendolyn, when did you arrive?
Your demise.
Ernest, my own Ernest.
Dear Gwendolyn.
A moment. May I ask if you are engaged in marriage with this young lady?
Dear little Cecily? Why, of course not. Who could have put such an idea in your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Miss Fairfax. The gentleman whose arm is at present round your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Wilde.
I beg your pardon?
This is Uncle Jack. Here is Ernest.
My own love!
A moment, Ernest. May I ask you, are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
To what, young lady? Yeah, good heavens, Gwendolyn!
Yes, good heavens, Gwendolyn.
No, of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I thought there must be some slight air, Miss Cardew. The gentleman who is now embracing you is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief.
Algernon Moncrief!
Oh!
Are you really called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Oh! Is your name really?
Yeah.
I could deny it. Yes,
Oh!
my name is most certainly Jack. It has been Jack for years.
Oh! A
gross deception has been practiced on both of us.
My poor wounded Cecily!
My sweet wronged
Oh,
Gwen!
you will call me sister, will you not?
There is just one question I would like to be allowed to ask my guardian.
An admirable idea. Mr. Worthing, there was just one question I should like to be permitted to put to you. Where is your brother Earnest? We are both engaged to be married to your brother Earnest, so it is a matter of some importance to us to know where your brother Earnest is at present.
Gwendolyn, Cecily, it is very painful for me to have to be forced to speak the truth. It is the first time in my life that I have been reduced to such a painful position. However, I will tell you quite frankly that I have no brother Earnest. I've never had a brother in my life, and I certainly have no intention of ever having one in the future.
No brother at all.
None.
Had you never a brother of any kind?
Never. Not of any kind.
I'm afraid it is quite clear, Cecily, that neither of us is engaged to be married to anyone.
It is not a very pleasant position for a young girl to suddenly find herself in, is it?
Come now, Gwendolyn, certainly we can settle this reasonably.
I'm afraid, Mr. Worthing, that you underestimate the depth of our despondency. No, Mr. Worthing, we are not engaged.
No, Mr. Moncrief, we are not engaged.
I'm despondent.
I'm dejected. I'm decidedly distraught.
I'm enraged.
This doesn't sound good, Algie.
I fear, Jack, you're about to witness a side to my dear cousin that you have never seen before.
All alone,
All alone, we are so all alone,
so distressed to be wrecked, so downhearted.
all alone, we are so all alone, like a ship lost in seas yet uncharted. Never was sorrow more searing, to be crushed by such force buccaneering. All alone, we are so all alone, down a bleak, empty road we departed.
Gwendolyn, at least allow us a chance to explain.
I will thank you, Mr. Worthing, to trifle with my feelings no longer.
Come, my dear Gwendolyn, please listen to reason. Oh, my love, Cecily, I'm down on my knees, and if you were a poppy or daisy or lily, you'd still be the flower I chose. Was Shakespeare who once said it best? A rose is a rose is a rose.
Do you mean to intimate, Mr. Moncrief, that you find me generic?
It's as shocking as it is harmless.
All alone, we are so all alone. Was there ever an act so atrocious? All alone, we are so all alone. Who knew love could become so ferocious?
I'm quite at a loss at this strange albatross should stand in the way of our plans. If we can dispense with all this nonsense, we I'm sitting on needles and pins. I feel this romance has a ghost of a chance and may wither before it begins.
Pins and needles, I'm sitting on needles and pins. Our love unsecure, now our praise premature, and they sadly become my trappings.
How can you sit there eating muffins when we're in this horrible trouble? It's perfectly heartless of you.
When I am in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. This muffin is nothing more than an expression of my love for Cecily.
Well, there's no reason why you should eat them all in that greedy way. Let me express my affection for Gwendolyn as well. Whatever are they doing as helpless we wait? Their hesitation simply persecution. Wait, let's reconsider, is it fair to say? Like us, they seek some passionate resolution.
Cecily, I must say, I thought our exit was very dramatic and a most satisfying way of expressing our displeasure.
Oh, I heartily agree. Was it not exhilarating?
Look out the window and see if you can discern their response to our rejection.
I don't believe it, Gwendolyn. They are eating muffins.
Muffins? Oh, it's inconceivable. Still, they're eating them in the most repentant fashion.
Indeed, it is such heartfelt consumption. Pins and needles, I'm sitting on needles and pins.
All right, Algie. Muffins aside.
Oh, no, just one.
I wish to goodness you would go.
I can't possibly. I just made arrangements with Dr. Chasuble to be christened at 6:15 with the name of Earnest.
Yes, and I made arrangements this morning to be christened myself at 5:30. Do you realize how absurd all this is?
I can't help myself. My love for Cecily has turned me into this quivering bowl of pudding.
Ha! The impervious Algernon Moncrief has at last been wounded by love's arrow.
I know! I admit it! You were right all along! I'm a pathetic puppet.
You know, this moment would be much more satisfying if the object of your demise wasn't my very own ward Cecily.
Jack, Jack, look! They're looking at us through the window. It freezes me to the core.
Indeed, I freeze and burn at the same time.
Ooh,
Whatever are they doing while we're waiting here? How mindlessly they toy with our affections. But wait, did you see them? They're looking this way. There stands a living picture of perfection.
Cecily, look at them! They're looking at us! What effrontery!
It is nothing but shameless impudence. And look at how masterful Mr. Moncrief appears as he stares at me.
Indeed, and how charismatic Mr. Worthing looks as he stares at me. I wonder, would it not be worse if they were looking somewhere else?
Oh, such torture! The only thing worse than being looked at is not being looked at. Pins and needles!
Pins and needles!
Pins and needles!
Pins and needles! Pins and needles and pins! All what's secure now up is premature, and they sadly become my habit. Pins and needles! Pins and needles! I'm sitting on needles and pins!
They're approaching. That's very forward of them.
Let us preserve a dignified silence.
Certainly. It's the only thing to do now.
But we will not be the first to speak.
Certainly not.
Mr. Worthing, I have something very particular to ask you. Much depends on your reply.
Gwendolyn, your common sense is invaluable. Mr. Moncrief, kindly answer me the following question. Why did you pretend to be my guardian's brother?
In order that I might get the opportunity of meeting you.
That certainly seems like a satisfactory explanation, does it not?
Yes, dear, if you can believe him.
I don't. But that does not affect the
Formality is the vital thing. Mr. Worthing! What explanation can you offer to me for pretending to have a brother? Was it in order that you might have the opportunity to see me as often as possible?
Can you doubt it, Miss Fairfax?
I have the gravest doubts upon the subject, but I intend to crush them. Their explanations appear quite satisfactory. Do you think we should believe them?
Yes! I mean, no!
Oh, I had all forgot it. There are principles at stake that one cannot surrender.
Your Christian names are still an insuperable barrier!
Our Christian names, is that all? But we're going to be christened this afternoon.
For my sake, you are prepared to do this terrible thing?
For you, gladly.
To please me, you are ready to face an ordeal so curious, so torturous, so worthy of a 3-volume novel.
And 1,000 more besides it, each more harrowing than the last.
Mr. Worthing, I am overcome. I am swept away by the fervor in your eyes. I am caught in a spell I have no wish to disguise. When I think of the passion we too soon will share, I get caught in the thrill of our own love affair. I am filled with desire at the touching of your hand, and within me I burn with the fire you have fanned. Let the world disappear, it could not be more clear. It's with you that I want to stay. I'm forever yours, my love, I'm swept away.
Let the world disappear, it could not be more clear. It's with you that I want to stay. I'm forever yours, my love, I'm swept
Lady Bracknell.
Gwendolen, what does this mean? Merely that I am engaged to Mr. Worthing, Mamma. Come here. Sit down. Sit down immediately! Apprised, sir, of my daughter's sudden flight by her trusty maid, I followed her at once by a luggage train. Mr. Worthing, you will clearly understand. All communication between yourself and my daughter must cease immediately.
I am engaged to be married to Gwendolen, Lady Bracknell.
You are nothing of the kind, sir. And now, in regards to Algernon. Algernon! Algernon, who is this young person whose hand you are now holding in what seems to be a peculiarly unnecessary manner?
This young lady is Miss Cecily Cardew, Mr. Worthing's ward. I'm engaged to be married to Cecily Aunt Augusta.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Moncrief and I are engaged to be married, Lady Bracknell.
I do not know if there is anything peculiarly exciting in the air of this particular part of Hertfordshire, but the number of engagements which arise here borders on the unseemly. I think some preliminary inquiry on my part would not be out of place. Mr. Worthing, is Miss Cardew at all connected to any of the larger railway stations in London?
Miss Cardew is the granddaughter of the late Mr. Thomas Cardew, 149 Belgrave Square, Gervais Park, Dorking, Surrey, and the Sporran, Fifeshire.
That sounds not unsatisfactory. 3 addresses always inspire confidence, even in tradesmen. But what proof have I of the authenticity?
You may inquire, Lady Bracknell, Miss Cardew's family solicitors, Messrs. Markby, and Markby.
Markby, and Markby. A firm of the very highest position in their profession. Indeed, I am told one of the Mr. Markbys can occasionally be seen at dinner parties. So far, I am satisfied.
How extremely kind of you, Lady Bracknell. I have also in my possession, you will be pleased to hear, certificates of Miss Cardew's birth, baptism, whooping cough, and the measles. Both of the English and the German variety.
Ah, life crowded with incident, I see. But perhaps somewhat too exciting for a young girl. I myself am not in favor of premature experiences. Gwendolen, the time approaches for our departure. We have not a moment to live. As a matter of form, Mr. Worthing, I might ask you if Miss Cardew has any little fortune.
Oh, merely £130,000 in the funds. That is all. Goodbye, Lady Bracknell. So pleased to have seen you.
130,000. Forgive me, did I hear that sum correctly?
You did, Lady Bracknell.
This unforeseen proposal now propounds. We must postpone our trip to town directly. Miss Cardew, please come closer so I may look at you. Indeed, I cannot fathom how I've missed it. So obvious it now appears to be. Perhaps in haste, I simply had dismissed it. This precious angel. This precious angel standing next to me.
You see, Aunt Augusta, she's just a vision. She's a diamond, she's a darling, she's a treasure.
Whose worth should be regarded well beyond measure.
She's a dancer, she's a dainty, she's a flower.
Whose value's bound to compound hour by hour. I don't approve of mercenary marriages,
As countless dreary unions have begun, the thought of love can desecrate affection.
thus when I wed Lord Bracknell, I had none.
She's a diamond, she's a darling, she's a treasure.
Whose worth should be regarded well beyond measure.
She's a dancer, she's a dainty, she's a flower.
Whose value's bound to compound hour by hour.
She has softness, she has sweetness, she has beauty.
And she must surely be ours with simply duty. After further consideration, I suppose I should give my consent.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
Cecily, you may kiss me.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell.
You may also address me as Aunt Augusta for the future.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
The marriage, I think, should happen quite soon.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
To speak frankly, I am not fond of long engagements. They give people the opportunity of finding out each other's character before marriage, which is never advisable.
I beg your pardon for interrupting you, Lady Bracknell. This engagement is quite out of the question. I am Miss Cardew's guardian, and she cannot legally marry without my consent until she comes of age. That consent I absolutely decline to give.
Upon what grounds, may I ask? Algernon is an extremely, I may almost say ostentatiously eligible young man. He has nothing, but he looks everything. What more could one desire?
It pains me, very much so to say. But the fact is, I do not approve at all of his moral character. I suspect him of being untruthful.
Untruthful! My nephew Algernon! Impossible!
I fear there can be no possible doubt about the matter. This afternoon, he obtained admission into my house under the pretense of being my brother. He thereafter succeeded in alienating the affections of my only ward. Furthermore, he stayed to tea and devoured every single muffin! His actions are reprehensible.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Worthing, after further consideration, muffins notwithstanding, I have decided to entirely overlook my nephew's conduct to you.
That is very generous of you, Lady Bracknell. My own decision, however, is unalterable. I decline to give my consent.
Come here, sweet child. How old are you, my dear?
Well, I'm really only 18, but I always admit to 20 when I go to evening parties.
You are perfectly right to do so. No woman should ever be quite accurate about her age. It looks so calculating. Consequently, I don't think that your guardian's consent is, after all, a matter of importance.
Pray excuse me, Lady Bracknell. It is only fair to tell you that, according to the terms in her grandfather's will, Miss Cardew does not legally come of age until she is 35.
35? Belgie, could you wait for me till I was 35?
Of course I could, Cecily. You know that I could.
Yes, I felt it instinctively, but I could not wait all that time. I'm not punctual myself, I know, but I do like punctuality in others, and waiting, even to be married, is out of the question.
What is to be done, Cecily?
I do not know, Mr. Moncrief. Mr. Worthing, as Miss Cardew states she cannot positively wait until she is 35, a remark which seems to me to be a somewhat impatient nature, I would beg of you to reconsider.
But, my dear Lady Bracknell, the matter is entirely in your hands. The moment you consent to my marriage with Gwendolyn, I will gladly allow your nephew to form an alliance with my ward.
I'm sure you're quite clear that what you propose is out of the question.
Then a passionate celibacy is all that any of us can look forward to.
Everything is quite ready for the christenings.
The christenings? Sir, is that not somewhat premature?
Both these gentlemen have expressed a desire for immediate baptism.
At their age, the idea is grotesque and irreligious. Algernon, I will not hear of such excesses. Lord Bracknell will be highly displeased if he learned that that was the way you chose to waste your time and your money.
Am I then yet to understand then that there ought to be no christenings at all this afternoon?
I don't think that, as things are now, it would be of much practical value to either of us, Dr. Chasuble.
I am grieved to hear such sentiments from you, Mr. Worthing. I will therefore return to the church at once. Oh, indeed. As I left, the pew opener informed me that Miss Prism was waiting for me in the vestry.
Miss Prism! Did I hear you say a Miss Prism?
Yes, Lady Bracknell, I'm on my way to join her.
Pray allow me to detain you for a moment. Is this Miss Prism a female of repellent aspect, at all connected with education?
She is the most cultivated of ladies and the very picture of respectability.
It is obviously the same person. May I ask you what position she holds in your household?
Oh, I am a celibate, madam.
Miss Prism, Lady Bracknell, is Miss Cardew's esteemed governess and valued companion.
In spite of what I hear of her, I must speak to her at once. Let her be sent for.
Oh, she approaches. She is nigh.
Dr. Chasuble, as I waited your return, a few opener informed me you had come here to visit Mr. Worthing.
Come here, Prism. Prism, where is that baby? On a day 28 years ago, a baby left in your protection disappeared. I demand now to know the facts of your shameful deception. For the boy that you took in your pram was lost in an act most unlawful. The officers, to their amazement, instead found a 3-volume novel.
A 3-volume novel? Oh, my dear Miss Prism, I confess, Lady Bracknell, it's true. 'Tis a day that's so giving great misery. 1,000 times I have desired to relive that day and change history. In a moment of active repose, I am, as I'm sure you'll disparage. The child was placed in the handbag. The novel was laid in the garage. The novel was laid in the garage.
Never have I heard a tale of such confusion. Surely we are headed to some strange conclusion. Oh, what can the cause of all this disarray be? A bag, a book and a baby.
Dear Miss Prism, I beg you go on. This tragic tale must have an ending. There are details you've yet here to tell, and the onus of fate is impending. Do not spare us, Miss Prism, the facts. Your story may have implications. Tell me, where did you last see the handbag?
The cloak from Victoria Station.
Victoria Station. I must retire to my room for a moment. Gwendolyn, wait here for me.
If you are not too long, I will wait here all my life.
Quickly leaving, but he does something that he's often dreaming.
Ominous indeed the consequences may be. The bag, the book and the baby.
Surely now this rumbling won't go on unceasing.
Can you feel the tension? Sure it is increasing. Oh, can the point of such a silly play be? The bag, the book and the baby. Never, 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 never have I heard a tale of such confusion.
Surely we are headed to some strange conclusion.
Oh, what can the point of all this disarray be? The bag, the book and the baby. The bag,
The book and the baby.
This is the handbag, Miss Prism. Examine it carefully before you speak. The happiness of more than one life depends on your answer.
It seems to be mine. Yes, look, here on the lock are my initials. I had forgotten that in an extravagant mood I'd had them placed there. Oh, I am delighted to have it so unexpectedly restored to me. It's been a great inconvenience being without it all these years.
Miss Prism, more is restored to you than the handbag. I was the baby you placed in it.
You?
Yes, Mother.
Mr. Wedding, I am unmarried.
Unmarried? I do not deny that is a serious blow. But who has the right to cast a stone against one who has suffered? Cannot repentance wipe out an act of folly? Oh, Mother, I forgive you.
Mr. Worthing, your conclusion is an error. There is a lady who can tell you who you really are.
Lady Bracknell, I hate to seem inquisitive, but would you kindly inform me who I am?
I'm afraid that the news I must give you is somewhat unexpected. You are the son of my poor sister, Mrs. Moncrief, and consequently, Algernon's elder brother.
Algy's elder brother? Then I have a brother after all! Oh, I always knew I had a brother! Cecily, how could you have ever doubted that I had a brother? You young scoundrel! You will have to treat me with more respect now. You've never behaved to me like a brother in all your life.
Well, not till today, old boy, but I was out of practice. Oh, come here!
My own one! But what own are you now that you have become someone else?
Good heavens, I've quite forgotten about the point. Your decision on the subject of my name is irrevocable, I suppose.
I never change, except in my affections.
What a noble nature you have, Gwendolyn.
Aunt Augusta, at the time that Miss Prism left me in the handbag, had I been christened?
Of course. Naturally, being the eldest son, you were christened after your father.
Yes, but what was my father's Christian name?
I cannot at the present moment recall what the General's Christian name was, but I have no doubt he had one.
Algy, can't you recollect what our father's Christian name was?
My dear boy, we were never even on speaking terms. He died before I was a year old.
His name would appear in the army lists of the period, I suppose, wouldn't it, Aunt Augusta?
The General was essentially a man of peace, except in his domestic life. But I have no doubt his name would appear in any military directory.
The army lists of the last 40 years are here. These delightful records should have been my constant study. Generals N, Malum, Mark B, Mobs, Moncrief, Lieutenant 1840, Captain, Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel, Generals 1869, Christian names, Earnest John.
I'm taking this one.
I always told you, Gwendolyn, my name was Earnest, didn't I? Well, it is Earnest. I mean, naturally, it's Earnest.
Yes, I remember now. I had a peculiar reason for disliking that name.
Ernest! My own Ernest! I knew from the first you could have no other name.
Gwendolyn, it is a terrible thing to find out suddenly that all your life you've been telling nothing but the truth. Can you ever forgive me?
I can, for I feel that you are sure to change.
My own one.
Leticia!
Friedrich, at last!
Cecily! At last! Gwendolyn, at last!
My nephew, you seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta, I've just now realized, for the first time in my life, the vital importance of being earnest.
You've at last found out who you really are.
And no longer need to love from afar.
We've a passion with a birth bizarre in these most earnest of times.
Now I understand the power of romance.
On the scores, dear, at the very first glance.
Now I'm eager to give marriage a chance in these most earnest of times.
One might believe that happy endings never really do take place. But it's true, a story so unlikely might well prove that that is not the case.
Could it be that I am your last bride?
Dear Leticia, you belong by my side.
Secret longings now may not be denied in these most earnest of times.
Wedding bells ring and they loudly proclaim that our hearts gleam with a passionate flame for a man who has the right Christian name
In these most earnest of times, such a mystery may have never been penned. Such a romance, how the stories present. True, they're cousins, but